We go to Utah.
We suck again!
A dude who likes to feel pretty,
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
who is convicted of killing his parents,
You stupid fuck!
converts to Islam,
Yes, of course.
and requests the death penalty from the judge.
Okay.
The judge says, no,
Hold up.
I don't think so.
And stupid and retarded.
I'm Jasper Gonzo on this. The dude says end his life.
That is true.
And the judge says, no, I'm going to have you suck off the teat of the taxpayers. And you wonder why the justice system is broken. But it's what's next.
And here we go.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jasper Gonzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Tuesday. And 2 days, 48 hours from the big day, Christmas Day. Celebration of Christ's birth. And of course, giving out presents, being with family and friends. A good time for all. But for most, but not everyone. And of course, this story is not one of them. We go to Utah, where a dude who likes to feel pretty, who is convicted of killing his parents, ending his parents' life, converts to Islam, because of course he did, and tells the judge, you know what? I'm requesting the death penalty. The judge thinks about it and says, no, I don't think so. I'm going to put you in jail for the next 50 years and suck off the teat of the taxpayers. And you wonder why the justice system is broken. And here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. Trans mental convict who fatally shot his parents, converts to Islam, requests a death penalty, but the judge said, no, I'm going to give you 25 years to life. It's a simple request, and yet the judge goes retarded. Okay, and of course, that is the lovely dude who likes to feel pretty. Yeah, that's the face of a killer right there. The case of a trans mental murderer in Utah took another startling twist. Of course, that's convicted killer, we're just going to call him Bailey, told the judge that he's converted to Islam because, of course, he was threatened behind bars and deserves the death penalty after he was sentenced to 25 years to life. Think about it. Dude who likes to feel pretty converts to Islam because we all know that Islam loves trans mental people. Okay, the 30-year-old trans mental man legally changed his name and sex in 2023, and about a year before ending his parents' life, Joseph and Gail Bailey, according to St. George News. Convicted of the double murder of June last year, Bailey had asked the judge not to appear at his Friday sentencing, saying that reliving the details of his crimes might result in a mental breakdown, according to numerous news reports. The request denied. Bailey's attorney, Ryan Stout, read a statement on his behalf where the convicted killer revealed he had converted to Islam. Quote, because of my religious beliefs as a Muslim, because of course he looks so Muslim, it would be appropriate to take my life for an atonement for what I did, this statement said. Stout said that Bailey had been diagnosed with, and get this, ADHD, OCD, anxiety, depression, psychosis, and possible bipolar disorder with psychosis and schizophrenia, according to a report. So he checked off all the boxes, and yet you still didn't want to end him. Okay. Bailey confessed to gunning down his parents, Gail, 69, and Joseph, 70, inside their Utah home June 18th and 24. Police found him 16 hours later following a widespread manhunt. Authorities said Gail, the mother, had been shot 4 times, while the father had been shot twice in the head. Also reported Bailey broke into their home ahead of the slayings. Bailey pleaded guilty to the homicides in November. Judge also sentenced Bailey to assault because after killing his parents, he went downstairs and shot through the bedroom window where his brother was hiding. So why bother adding on another? Anyway. Brother Dustin Bailey also spoke at the sentencing, alleging his brother's psychiatric providers committed malpractice during his transition. Quote, we support the alphabet community rights fully. You had to get that out. Make sure, you didn't want to, offend anyone. This has nothing to do with his mental identity, Dustin Bailey told the court. Providing powerful hormones to a person with psychiatric crisis, in a psychiatric crisis without proper psychiatric safeguards is not affirming care. How many times have you heard about that wonderful child affirming care, child mutilation? Anyway, it's reckless. In this case, it acted as an accelerant, intensifying instability, impairing judgment, and compounding risk. The failure harmed Bailey and endangered our parents, he said. My thoughts. Real quick, the brother is retarded. Let's make it very clear. Let's just get that out of the way. The dude had all these mental issues and then doubled and tripled down by thinking he was a chick. So of course, giving him those hormones was going to trigger his mental breakdown and ending his parents' life. No, the guy was pretty much was going to do it because the writing was already on the wall. So instead of a Utah judge, taking sage advice from this dude who says, yeah, you know what, I'm deserving the death penalty because of what I did, the judge says, no, we're going to have you suck up the teat of the taxpayers for the next 25 years plus, possibly 50 years in prison, because we're not that kind of people. No, the judge is an idiot. He should be removed, and you wonder why the justice system is fucking broken. How many times have we seen this already? How many times have we seen dudes who like to feel pretty, mentally retarded people, ending parents' life or going on a mass shooting? How many times? How many times? We saw it. Well, didn't we see it in Baltimore? Didn't we see it in Colorado? Didn't we see it in Nashville? Nashville. Those, Christian school, and dude, a chick who thought he was a dude decided to go in there and shoot up the place, ending 6 lives, including 3 kids. But no. This is an anomaly. This is an anomaly. It never happens. Nothing to see here as the whole place burns down. This is ongoing. But of course, the media will play it off as, well, the guy was already mentally ill. Why compound the issue? Again, society's broken. We've broken the compact. And once you broke the compact, then pretty much there's no looking back. But this is ridiculous. This guy should have been taken out. Should have been taken out in the middle of nowhere. Or you can just take him out to, in front of the public. Tie a rope on each arm, on each leg, tie it to 4 horses. Yeah! There you go. Everybody gets to see it and says, guess what? Something like this happens, this is going to happen to you. But no, sadly, we live in an era where we can't use the electric chair anymore because that would be too offensive. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is what's next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.